Let's take a look at delay times. I'd recommend watching the cue fade times video before watching this video, because basically delay is done in exactly the same process as the fade time process. The only difference is you hit delay rather than time. So let's take a look. So I'm going to go and open my visualization window there, bottom right. I'm going to open capture. And what I can do is Q1.5. Q1.5 there, you can see we've got change in levels. So when I go from Q1 to Q1.5, I've got some levels fading down and some levels fading up. But I might want to actually put a delay on Q1.5. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and say Q1.5 delay to enter. And when we do that, we can see that delay is displayed in our sidebar there. So now, there we are in Q1. Going to Q1.5, we have a delay time that counts down, and then the fade time runs after that. So the fade times, they wait for the delay time to run, and then the fades begin. Now, where delay can be really powerful is actually delaying the uptime or the downtime. So rather than delaying the whole queue, it can be very powerful to actually delay the fixtures fading up versus the fixtures fading down. So for example, when we go into the next queue here, I might want to say, okay, well, the fixtures that are fading down, I do want them to have a delay. But I want the fixtures that are fading up, I want that to happen straight away. So in the case of that, well, I'm currently in Q2, so there's no need to define the queue number. I can just go straight away and say delay, and I can then hit delay again. So if I hit delay twice, that means that the fixtures fading up, well, they're not going to be delayed, but I can now set a delay for the fixtures fading down. And I'm going to go and delay them by 3 seconds and hit enter. So now my delay information, well, I've got an up delay and a down delay. So let's run that back. There's 1.5. Going to Q2, the fixtures fading up are going to start fading up straight away. But the fixtures fading down, well, they're going to be delayed by 3 seconds, and then their fade down time will begin to run through. Q4, well, Q4 there, we've got my front of house fixtures, they fade down, and my overhead blues, they fade up. Well, this time, maybe I want to delay the uptime on those overhead blues. So this time I'm going to go and say that I want a delay of, let's go and say a delay of 3 seconds on those, but I want there to be no delay on the down. So I'm going to say a delay up of 3, hit delay again, but actually say I want 0 delay on the fixtures that are fading down and click OK. So this time we're going to go into Q3, there we are, there's Q3, press my go button, and I can see that the fixtures that had to fade up, well, they got delayed, but my fixtures that were fading down, well, they ran straight away. Their fade time ran straight away, but the fixtures fading up, they were delayed. So you can get into the situation where it does actually look like you've got 2 queues running one after the other, but actually it's all coming from a single queue, just starting to get a bit creative with how you're using delay times there. Now, exactly like you can with fade times, you can actually put a delay on attributes. So you can actually put a delay on attribute timings. So for example, when we go into Q10 from Q4, we can see there that we have a change in colour, and the colour change is set to happen in a snap. We've already got attribute family timing active. We can see there we've got AFT, and that's because the colour is snapping, it's not using the Q fade times. Well as it's snapping, maybe I want it to be delayed before it then snaps. So in this case here, I want to set a attribute delay on Q10. I'm already in Q10, so there's no need to define the Q number. So I can just straight away hit delay and keep tapping it. I can keep tapping delay until I get to colour delay. And I'm then going to go and actually put a colour delay of 3. And hit enter. So let's go and watch that back. There's Q4, that's our fixtures in blue. I'm going to press my go button. And after the delay time, I then get the colour change. So I've been able to delay that colour change. To view that information a little bit more in depth, I can go and click on the queue number, and that's going to open my queue options. Again, I could rename it. It's a very good idea. In fact, I might even do that now and go and say red overhead. And I can go to attribute family timing. And in here I can see, yeah, there we go, colour has been given a delay through my syntax command. I could, though, go and say, oh, actually the delay needs to be 5, and I could then edit it from this table in here if I want to. And the AFT there is just sat there to let me know, just so you're aware, attributes are not going to be adhering to the queue timing displayed here. And just like fade times, we can add delays at the point of recording as well if I wanted to. So Q17, that is a blackout, but maybe I want my front light to come back up. So I'm going to go and say that I want 1 through 6 at 50%. And I'm going to want to be recording this as Q18, but I do want to delay this queue. I do want to put a delay on this queue before those fixtures fade up. So I'm going to go and say record Q18 with a delay of 2 seconds. Enter. Fade is left at defaults. Notice there we did not define a fade time. We only defined a delay. Therefore, the fade is left at default, but we have had a delay added in. So there we are. There's our Q17. Press go. Fixtures will be delayed by a couple of seconds, and then their fade time of 3 will run. If we want to add a custom fade and a custom delay, we can of course do that. Maybe we'll want to say that actually 1 through 6 are going to go to 0, but we do then want fixtures. What should we have? Let's have 51 through 55. I do want those to come on. So I've got fixtures fading off and I've got fixtures fading on. Well, what I want to do is I'm going to record this as Q19. So I'm going to go and say record Q19. But I want it to have a time for the fixtures fading up of 5 seconds. A time, so hit time again, for the fixtures fading down of 1. And I want a delay for the fixtures fading up of 3 seconds, and a delay for those fading down of 0, and hit enter. And I've got all of that timing information recorded all in one go at the point of recording. So let's play that back. There we go, there's Q18, I'm happy with that. Press go, my fixtures are going to fade down over a second, and after the delay has run, my fixtures are then going to fade up over the 5 seconds.